I call it How to Lose a Listing in 2 minutes. And here it is. Be 2 minutes late. That is the fastest way on the planet for you to lose a listing in 2 minutes, just to be 2 minutes late to a listing appointment. Because when you are late, you kill yourself. And I'm going to talk about why being late is inexcusable for a professional, for a real estate agent, and how it nearly cost me $100,000. It happened when I was new in real estate. I'd been in real estate for less than a year. And I got my first $1 million listing. It was a ranch, listed it, sold it. And I was being invited by the sellers to lunch. And they were members of the Colonial Country Club in Fort Worth, Texas. And man, that was for me. A kid, grew up in a mobile home. I'd never been on, their ranch. It was a ranch that I sold, had a 6,000 square foot ranch home on it. There was like a mansion, and it was just like, I was not used to this kind of stuff. And they're members of the Colonial Country Club where, it's a PGA tour events are held there every year. And I mean, it's just like, whoa. And I'm late, and I'm running late, and I know I'm running late, and I call on the way as I'm racing down the 121 into Fort Worth, and I'm like, ah! And he says, well, what time are you going to get here? And I'm like, it's going to be 10 minutes late. And he says, well, by the time you get here, we're going to be done. He's like, I got things to do. I got plans. I am not going to sit here and wait for you to show up late. And I'm like, I'm just like, okay, well, I'll get there as fast as I can. And he just hung up on me. And I'm like, oh, I'm dying. I'm like, it's over. This is Roy and Lou Thomas. And I'm like, this is Roy. I mean, this guy, he owned his own manufacturing plant, manufactured plastic bottles and stuff. I mean, I think I was a multimillionaire, and I'm blowing it, and I'm dying. And I get there, and he's still sitting there, and he was not happy. And we had a little conversation about it. He was retired military, and to him, a man's time represented his word. And when you wasted a man's time, you were wasting his most valuable resource. And I learned a lesson there that was incredible. And I could have easily lost that client. He could have just been like, that's it, I'm done, because I trespassed on one of his values. And this was after he was already my client. I look back on it and I'm going, man, I can't even imagine. If I had been late on the listing appointment, we probably would not have had a meeting at all. It was that bad. And he went on, that couple went on to refer me over half a dozen transactions that ended up, he was worth to me over $100,000. And I'm like, I nearly, in 10 minutes, lost $100,000 just by being late. See, here's what happens. When you are late, it tells them you can't be trusted because you said, okay, I'll be there at noon. I'll be there at 2:15. I'll be there then. You gave them your word, and your word is your commitment to them. And then if it's 12 o'clock at 12:02, you're not there, they're going like, I can't trust this person. They gave me their word. They'd be here at 12, and they're not here at 12. And whenever you get there, it doesn't matter what your story is. All they know is you were late. They don't care why you were late, and whatever story you created about traffic or a long meeting or this or that, whatever it was is irrelevant compared to the fact that you gave them their word and you didn't keep their word. So number one, it tells them you can't be trusted. And number two, it tells them that they are not important to you. You see, every human being needs to feel valued. They need to feel respected. And it's this concept of MMFI, right? Make me feel important. And when you show up late, you told them whatever else was going on, you were less important than whatever other crisis or drama or whatever was going on. Be a professional. You have to make a commitment. You have to value this, that being late is never, ever, ever, ever acceptable. And in the real estate industry, I see people showing up late. It is incessant. It is everywhere. Real estate agents are late to everything. Oh my goodness. But not you. Go pro. Be early every single time. You should be in front of the house on a listing appointment 5 minutes before the listing appointment. Every day, just get in front of the house. You don't have to walk up to the door till right on time. But when they look out their window and peek out, they now know, oh, this agent, I can trust them. They said they'd be here, and they're here. Don't make a big deal about it. It's just a professional courtesy. It's just the way you should play. And when you do that, then you can always expect yes.